know from quantum physics is that like attracts like, which is the law of attraction. Everything.
Guys, you know what happened? My last stream, I changed my settings. I don't know what I did. I was trying to get the audio from my laptop speaker so that when I play these videos, it's not from this speaker, so it sounds better. And next thing you know, there was a freaking echo. So I did a 37-minute stream, and the whole thing freaking echoed. I'm pissed. It's alright. It is what it is. Positive thinking, right? But yeah, no, I saw this short yesterday and I really liked it, so I wanted to share it with you guys. On my channel, I like to talk about motivational stuff, positivity, spirituality, hip-hop music, movies. You guys will see a lot of random things. So yeah, it's kind of like a, I don't know how it is a live stream, obviously, but what I'm saying is you're gonna see all types of different things. So yeah. So hopefully you like it all, but let's continue with this video. So this video is all about like the law of attraction and how being positive and thankful and grateful and living in gratitude and all that makes a difference. So let's get into it.
Everything in the universe is made up of atoms, right? Me, you, the sky, everything. But what differentiates us from, say, the sky above us is the density and the vibrational
Hopefully you guys can hear it.
Frequency of the atoms. High vibrational frequencies attract high vibrational frequencies back to it.
That's very true. The energy that you operate on, the frequency that you operate on, is what determines what you're going to attract in life. For example, people that live in a constant broke mindset, that are always thinking negative whenever something happens. Oh God, why me? Why me? Why me? People that are always anxious, full of anxiety, depressed. All those people pretty much attract more of that rather than attracting something positive, right? Some of the most powerful vibrations, or I should say emotions, that you live on is love, gratitude, and authenticity. I think those are the top 3 emotions that one can function on. Of course, emotions are energy in motion, and we attract not what we only think about, but what we subconsciously think about, or fear, right? Fear is another negative emotion, right? Oh, if you think like, oh, something bad is going to happen, or something bad always happens to me, most likely you're going to attract that, and you're going to continue attracting that until you decide to break that cycle. I know people say positive mindset. Yes, it's hard, it's difficult. I know it doesn't happen overnight, but slowly but surely. And you can start with the smallest things. For example, let's say you're walking to work and you're about to catch a train and somebody bumps into your shoulder. Like, just even something so small like that, right? I think it's those smaller things, when you notice them, is what helps the bigger picture. Yeah, I know, like, it's so natural and it's so easy to be in that mind frame, right? Like, the minute something goes wrong, we feel emotional, we feel impulsive, we don't want to feel the pain. Like, we just want a quick fix, right? And unfortunately, life doesn't always have a quick fix. It's life. Things are going to happen. You'll run into people that you don't like. People will say mean things, rude things, nasty things. People will test your patience, your kindness. People will use you and throw you away. People will lie to you, steal from you, cheat on you, all of that stuff. Sadly, life has more negative things than positive, but I feel like your mindset plays a huge impact. Just simply being so thankful and grateful for, the parents that you have, or the house that you live in, the car that you drive, the job, the co-workers, the relationships that you have with them, the friendships that you share with people, the bond, all of that stuff. And just recently I was reading an article where more than love, the highest vibrations that one can operate on is on authenticity. And I think that's very key. Because the fact that the more authentic you are, the more real, the more honest, the more true, the more grounded, the more humble you are with yourself, and the more that kind of energy you put out into the world and the universe, I think God and the universe will bless you in return abundantly, not only like financially, but your relationship with your parents, your friends, all of that will improve drastically and dramatically. I always tell people, you don't always attract what you want. You most likely will attract what you fear subconsciously, especially what you haven't healed psychologically. Like I see it all the time where people will, they'll be dating somebody and then they come out, and the next person that they attract is the same person as that last person. So it's like, are you really growing? Are you really changing? Are you really evolving? You're not, because you're simply repeating those patterns over and over again. You'll only grow if you take a step back and evaluate your life. I know a lot of people don't do self-reflection, they don't do the self-work, they want a quick fix, right? The minute they come out of a relationship, what do? They'll sign up for dating apps, they'll talk to other people just to get their mind off of things, but there's very few people that will literally pull themselves back and see what happened. Why did it happen? What's the lesson in this that the God in the universe is trying to show me? And until you don't learn those lessons and those keystones, I think you are most likely, one, the universe will continue giving that same crap back, and two, you're going to keep repeating those patterns. I always tell my friends, cycles and patterns are the worst thing that can happen to someone. Literally the worst thing. And I feel like until you don't break those habits and cycles, you're going to keep repeating the same mistakes over and over. Let's continue watching this video and then we'll talk more into it.
And vice versa, low vibrational frequencies attract low vibe back to it. Thoughts and feelings have different vibrational frequencies. So if we're constantly in this state of anger, shame, regret, guilt, fear, we're operating at a low vibrational frequency. And then we're...
See what I'm exactly see? Anger, depression, guilt, fear. Those are all very low emotions, very low frequencies. There was a quote that I wrote. I had attended a seminar, and the quote was pretty much vibrations. Frequency is vibration, and vibrations are an individual's... Oh God, I gotta search it up. It's gonna drive me crazy now. I wrote it somewhere here. Oh no, actually this was the quote. Sorry, it's completely different. If you take challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles, you will evolve consciously. Which is very true. Like the minute something happens, don't freak out, don't panic. Anyways, let's not get carried away. Let me finish this video first.
What we attract back to us, this kind of low vibe life. Whereas if we're constantly putting ourselves in a state of appreciation, gratitude, love, compassion, then we're operating at a whole different frequency. And so what we attract back to us is abundance. What we know.
Yeah, the more higher you operate, the more better you will attract, right? Or I should say positive, right? Energy is frequency, and frequency is an individual's vibration, correct? Everything is in constant motion. Even if you look at the word money, right? What's another word for it? Currency, right? The word current, what does that mean? Energy. Money is just not a piece of paper. It's a transfer of energy. And that's why I know so many people who work hard, and they work double jobs, they work 15 hours a day, and they're still broke. And there's very few people who work 5 hours a day right from their home, and they're millionaires and billionaires, right? So, yeah, of course, you got to work hard. I'm not saying no, but that's not the only piece of the puzzle. I think your mindset, your outlook, your upbringing, your surroundings, your... I already said mindset. All of these things play an important role in shaping who you are as a person, what you want out of life, and what you're willing to do essentially to get to that life that is your ideal life, right? I'm very, like, people always ask me, like, oh, Samir, you're always so positive and this and that. I'm glad they see that and they feel that. Am I always 100% positive? No. Do I have my days where I feel, low and I may feel sad or whatever? Of course, absolutely. It's human nature, right? Whoever tells you that life is all rainbows and butterflies and that they're lying to you. It's not always like that. It's never going to be like that. But and life will probably throw more problems at you than happiness, you know? But that doesn't mean obviously you stop living life. Um, Keep in mind you are surrounded by people that love you and protect you, and people that love you and want to protect you and want to see you perspire and be happy in life and grow and evolve. You have your parents, you have your friends, you have your other family members, you have your coworkers, you have people in school, you have people in your community, right? Your faith in God, right? All of these things will help you get through life. And just know that you have all these people, you have more people rooting for you than trying to bring you down. Of course, there are so many people, haters and all of that stuff, but who cares? Listen, do what's right, keep your head up, be good, and do good. And if you can't make someone's life better, don't make it worse. That's the best way I can put it, right? I always watch these types of things. Like if you look at my YouTube history, I'm always watching these type of shorts or any motivational things. Listen, we all have our down days, and there's nothing wrong with that. No one will beat you for that. Everyone has the right to express the emotions and their feelings, but don't let it get to the point where it's consuming you, where you can't get out of that funk. And I guess that's the best thing. I talked about it in my live stream earlier, the one that was echoing right before this, and I said that, like, what I do in the morning is I wake up, I shower, and even for 2 minutes, I pray. You know, even if you don't believe in God, that's fine. That's, of course, everyone has everyone's entitled to their viewpoints, right? Even if you just sit and just thank the universe for like a minute, like, hey, universe, thank you for whatever you've done for me up until this point, and whatever you will do for me moving forward. And I'm ready for this journey, and I know you won't let me down. Just even something like that, right? Imagine every day, those little steps are going to add up. And you'll see, like, you're going to start feeling better. You're going to smile more. You're going to laugh more. You're going to enjoy life more. You're going to value your relationships more. And before you know it, your life is changing on its own. Like, let's say you've been wanting that promotion and boom, you get it. Or you've been wanting a new job and you come across an opportunity on LinkedIn or through a friend. Like, why would anyone, whether it's God or the universe, bless you when you're sitting here just moping all day, when you can't even appreciate what God has given you, right? If you can't be thankful for what's already given to you, then how does God know you'll be thankful for when you get the thing, right? I feel like people are so materialistic nowadays, where happiness equals material things, right? Look, I get it. You want, whether it's a Louis bag, a Porsche, there's nothing wrong. I like my luxury items too. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, right? But at the same time, if I don't get something, I'm not going to sit here and just be depressed about it. As happy as those things make you, be also happy and grateful in the smaller things that life has given you. And I guess that's the best piece of advice I can give. But I really liked this short. Hopefully you guys like this type of stuff. I try to change it up. I like to talk about hip hop. Obviously, like I stated, I'm very big on music, motivational stuff. I'm very big on giving back. I give back to the community whenever I can, not only money wise, but I try to do food drives. I help out at the temple. I do a lot of volunteer work. Clothes, I donate. So yeah, listen, even the smallest act of kindness will get you so far. Let's say you're walking down the street and somebody's crying, right? You simply asking them, hey, what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it for a minute? Like, you don't know what that person is going through, what their problems are. And who knows, what if they were on the verge of just like giving up, right? But you talking to them for 2 minutes gave them hope, or change their perspective on life. And it's things like that, right? But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for listening to my venting session. I appreciate it. And tomorrow is Friday. I am probably going to be busy with work and stuff. But yeah, before I forget, I mentioned in my last stream, and it obviously got butchered. But happy birthday to my childhood best friend Mega. We've been friends for 23 years, and I think she is working today. Hopefully over the weekend she celebrates. I probably will be out of town this weekend, but yeah, happy birthday. She doesn't even know about this YouTube channel, but eventually I will tell her when I see her next time. But yeah, happy birthday, Mega. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I will catch you guys in the next live stream. Bye bye.